The funding for this video is provided by the amazing members of my Patreon. Also contributions from viewers like you. Thank you. Yeah, I started from PBS Kids. What you gonna do? Fight me? Anyway, roll the video.
Come on, boys, get loud. 'Cause when the music starts bumping, the whole place will be jumping. It's my scene, my scene. You know what I mean. It's my scene, you know what
Hey y'all, it's Harriyanna and I'm back with another video. Hi, hello, how are you doing? My name is Harriyanna. Welcome to or welcome back to the pirate ship, also known as Harriyanna's pirate ship. I am the captain. You are not my first mate. I don't got no first mate because you want to know why. Bring your ear closer to the speaker so you can hear me clearly. Nobody's worthy of being the first mate, but hi, hello, how are you guys doing? My name is Harriyanna, and I like to make content based off nostalgia and family and children's entertainment and all the issues that I find within those spaces. Today we have another art commentary video. As you guys know, I did talk about this in my last little art commentary video. I do have a webcomic, and this is just basically me working on that because I'm like, do I work on my webcomic or do I do YouTube stuff? And I was like, you could do both at the same time. So here we go. This video right here is basically like a revamp of my video where I was talking about how the Fairly Odd Parents has a really bad problem with making jokes about, I can't say the word because it will get my channel demonetized, but let's just say children being treated badly. This show has a big issue with that, but I really wanted to go into more detail about that and the other issues within the series because I just spoke about that one because this show has issues beyond that, and I stopped caring about it. At this point, the Fairly Odd Parents seems to be that franchise at this point that is like a troll. It keeps getting worse and worse and worse the more it goes on, and it's like they're doing that shit on purpose because they know it will get people to talk about it. They know it will get people to watch it, and you want to know why? Hate watching gives people ratings, it makes companies money, and they're going to keep making more of it. So let's go ahead and get started. The Fairly Odd Parents basically is the other SpongeBob. Like, Nickelodeon's most successful cartoon is SpongeBob, and then you'll know what comes after that when you think of big Nickelodeon cartoons. And the Fairly Odd Parents is the one that comes to mind as it was on around the same time as SpongeBob. They were airing plenty of new episodes, but they just didn't work out too well like SpongeBob did, and there was numerous things that contributed to that because one of the reasons why SpongeBob was able to last longer than Fairly Odd Parents is while SpongeBob did introduce new characters, as they always do have like day players in and out and in and out, those fuckers leave. Like, those people leave and like don't come back. The Fairly Odd Parents introduced new characters and they asked to stay, and then they literally changed the direction of the show forever. Like when Cosmo and Wanda had their baby Poof, that changed the direction of the show forever. When they brought that damn dog in the show, that changed it again. And then the last addition to the series that they included was Chloe, and it ruined the show so fucking much that it just got canceled. It was really that bad. That's part of the reason why SpongeBob was able to stick around a lot longer than the Fairly Odd Parents, because SpongeBob, while they are in that era of bringing back a lot of older characters from time to time, it is starting to get very, very fucking stale. The Fairly Odd Parents literally brought in new characters that will forever change the plot of this series as a whole. Cosmo and Wanda had a baby. They had a child, so that child's always going to be there. And I'm gonna be real, a lot of shows' downfall happens when they introduce new characters. It'd be one thing if they introduce new characters early on, like they'll have new characters come in season 2. But so much of its downfall be coming when they introduce new characters up in season 5. And I'm just like, this isn't working. It's not working. Like, I understand the purpose of adding new characters because new characters make, more situations, more things for our characters that we already have to get into, but other times they can bring down the value of that. The Fairly Odd Parents, in my opinion, is a show that's always been a mess from the start when you look at its origins and what it revolves around. And it basically revolves around a 10-year-old boy named Timmy Turner who literally is being tortured by his babysitter named Vicky because his parents don't want to spend time with him. The Fairly I understand, like, it's for jokes and whatnot, but sometimes it would just be so damn cruel what his mother and father would do to him. They'll be like, oh, we want to go out and do this, so we're just going to leave you with Vicky. And they never seem to ask Timmy how he felt about Vicky. And I understand, it's for laughs, it's for jokes, but like, I'm sorry, when it comes to the subject of children being in danger, I don't really find it funny. I don't find it hilarious. It's actually very, very unsettling. I don't like how much of a horrible person that this show made Vicky. And Vicky isn't really the only problem I notice when it comes to the female characters, because almost all the female characters in this series... Okay. I get it. The nature of the Fairly Odd Parents is that everyone in this world is a horrible person, okay? There's horrible men in the show and there's horrible women. I get that. But this show seemed to make fun of girly girls a lot. Like, you know how everybody be talking about how media loves to make fun of, like, hyper femininity? That's what the Fairly Odd Parents did. They did that with Trixie, and they did that with her best friend Veronica, and they also did it with other girls when we would see them in and out in the series. And there's only one woman character I think that was the best written, and that was Wanda, because she is the female character that we do spend the most time with in this series. And she's treated like shit by everyone in her life. Like, all the men in her life treat her like ass. Her husband's mother treats her like ass. Like, it's just annoying. Like, Wanda literally is just getting beat around the entire time with the show, and it just kind of got irritating to a certain extent. But also, this show had a racism problem. Are we surprised? No. And before anybody try to say anything, the racism with this show didn't really have to do with the main characters. It would be those subtle moments that would come in and out, as we know a lot of cartoons with day play characters. It would be those one scenes where they have like a one-off character that only says a few lines and we'll never see them again. Here are some clips if you don't believe me.
All parent, fairly all parent, waggy wings, fruity cruddy things, say all parent, fairly all parent, working fairly all parent.
And two, we can do anything as long as we're doing it for some idiot human what rubbed our lamb.
Golly, good thing this Chinese restaurant is only 3 steps away from my house.
That'll be $7.95. Here, fortune cookie.
Are we surprised? No. All cartoons, not all, but way too many have issues with using racism as jokes, and it's just very unsettling. Now, looking back at all this stuff and how the show didn't really age well, there are still some great moments with it. Like Cosmo and Wanda, I think they are like the best part of the series. They're actually very, very hilarious. Timmy can be very annoying sometimes. I really did like the episodes where they were revolving around him and his friends. The episodes where he wasn't really being tortured all that much. Those were like the highlights of the show, and I really did enjoy it because the show could actually be very hilarious. There's a lot of one-off jokes in here that I still cackle at. Like, in certain ways, the Fairly Odd Parents has aged well, but overall, it doesn't, because when you take out all of this stuff, you take out Poof, you take out the dog Sparky. I fucking hate that dog so much. Oh my god. And then you take out Chloe. And I didn't really have a problem with Chloe's character in general. A lot of people were just hating Chloe because she was a girl. I didn't hate Chloe at all. It's just I didn't really like what the show did with her. She just felt like a stock character. As I said, it was obvious that they were running out of ideas. They were like, okay, what new character can we bring in? Because they already did that with Poof because they were running out of ideas. They did that with Sparky because they were running out of ideas. But this right here is what got them canceled. Chloe, in my opinion, she was just okay. She was just there. She was just there to cause problems with Timmy. I didn't hate Chloe. I didn't really like this entire Chloe hate train. Like, that girl didn't really do anything. She's just the product of bad writing. Are we surprised? No. Not at all. But like I said, you take out Poof, you take out the dog, you take out Chloe, you take out all of those racist, nasty jokes. You take away them always making fun of super duper girly girls. And then you also take away, you know, the children in the series being brutalized. There's only about like a good handful of episodes, and not even really episodes with the show in general, that doesn't really include that. And it's not balanced. It's more of a 30-60 balance right there. Overall, most of the series didn't really age much well to this point. And I don't really feel too bad about not really liking the Fairly Odd Parents as much anymore. Like, I hate the fact that I genuinely don't care about this series anymore. As I grew up and I saw so many of the issues that it had, and then also to find out that the creator of the show was just so fucking horrible. I swear, I feel like so many people's hatred for the Fairly Odd Parents just comes from the fact that Butch Hartman is such a jackass. Like, he's honestly terrible. He literally scammed a whole bunch of people. He's always, oh my god, like, ableism, there's a lot of problems. Butch Hartman is basically just not a good person, and I'm mad because I used to really watch his YouTube channel. I really did used to enjoy him. I used to look up to him, like when he would be talking on Nickelodeon in those segments about how he created the Fairly Odd Parents and this and that and the third. Like, it really is what helped me get interested in the subject of animation. But then when I actually found out more about how he scammed his followers and how, oh my god, he has very, very shitty views, it just kind of ruined the overall show for me. There's a lot of things that I do enjoy where they're created by like not so great people, and we're talking about television wise, where I don't really care too much for the people behind the said thing, but they do make good projects. Like, y'all do this shit all the time. Like, a lot of y'all are fans of, like, you know, SZA, Doja Cat, a whole bunch of these little musicians out here to a certain extent be doing stuff that is so out of the ass, but y'all just be ignoring it for the sake of art. Like, I can't do that with the show. I can't ignore that because, one, Butch Hartman is awful, and then second of all, so much of this show didn't really age well, and I'm at that point where I just no longer have any energy to give the show any more chances. Those live action movies that they made were awful. They were terrible. Like, in so many ways, it's like the Fairly Odd Parents was trying to get up there with SpongeBob, and they failed tremendously. As you know, SpongeBob had 2 movies that were, you know, had live action segments. You know, the first movie and then the Sponge Out of Water movie. The Fairly Odd Parents tried to do that shit with Drake Bell. Them movies were straight asses. They're not good at all. And then the new Fairly Odd Parents spinoff is just lazy. It's not good at all. It's like the more stuff that comes out about the Fairly Odd Parents, the more of a disappointment that it is. And like I said earlier in this video, it feels like they're just making the Fairly Odd Parents awful on purpose at this point. They're gonna keep making it fucking terrible. They're gonna keep adding bad writing to it because you want to know why? Because they notice that people on the internet, like I'm really doing right now, they will talk about the Fairly Odd Parents is fucking awful, and here's why. People will literally get on the internet and just talk bad about how horrible this show has gotten. And it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And it's gotten so worse to the point where it's just feel like it's trolling. But overall, it's like, we say that the Fairly Odd Parents just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse. But when we think about it, the show was not really that good to begin with. because the show already had so many numerous issues with it in general, aside from the quality of the animation being gone, the jokes, the humor, this and that and the third, the voice acting, the visuals, the overall. We already saw a decline in quality with that, with this day and age we're in, where things back then in the 2000s you could get away with having jokes like that there, but in this day and age it's like, hey, no, that's wrong, don't do that, let's not offend people. That you already have that aspect of the series, and then you see that they're not even doing anything better about it now. They're not trying to make good storylines. They just keep pulling shit out of their ass because they know it will get people online to talk about it and make content, and it will give them more ratings. Like, people literally at this point, they just use the Fairly Odd Parents as like a punching bag. Everyone knows anything new that comes out with this franchise is gonna be fucking terrible, and they know you're gonna talk about it, and they're gonna keep doing horrible stuff with this franchise. And it's just time that I let it go. I am no longer giving any more attention to this franchise whatsoever. I am completely done with it. You will not see me watching anything new from it. You will not see me watching anything from Butch Hartman. Anything. I don't care. Like, I stopped caring about the Fairly Odd Parents, and because of the stress that I see this show is causing a lot of y'all, I think y'all might want to stop caring too. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what to do, because you're your own person. You always have your own thoughts and opinions. You can do things yourself. But if this show is something that is very stressful for you, I highly recommend just leaving alone, because it's just not worth it no more at this point. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've really been enjoying doing these like art commentary videos. They've been a lot more relaxing for me, I'd say. And I feel like I don't have to like get on camera and scream and yell and all of that, because I can't really scream into this microphone, because if I do, it's gonna literally burst your damn eardrums. But thank you guys so much for watching. And you want to know ways you can support me? I have exclusive videos you can purchase on Ko-fi, or you can donate, or I also have a Patreon. The most expensive tier is $5. I also offer lots of things over there: exclusive videos, behind the scenes content, discounts for my store. Shop at harriyannahook.com. Use code HOTSPOT30 for 30% off your order. What's next? I have a web series called The Progenies. We have a GoFundMe campaign going on for it right now. You can stream the show for free on YouTube, and please donate to our GoFundMe so we can have the funds to make more episodes in the near future. Last but not least, just follow me on everything at Harriyanna, HARIYANNA. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good night.
Cause I work hard to get to this point in my life. I'm blowing up, so don't hate, just congratulate.
Powerpuff Girls will just blow your mind. Buttercup like villains 3 at a time. Bubbles will smile while kicking your butt, and Blossom will lead them out of their ruts. Cherish and Powerpuff, 2 of a kind. Both wanna save the world before bedtime. From Townsville, Memphis, New York to LA, the Powerpuff Girls are just here to stay.